Welcome everyone, today I'm with the tier 5 tank and we are doing some platoon action, and as you can see we are bottom tier. Every time you are bottom tier, that means you are basically a support role tank. You are not required to do any serious damage to the enemy, you are not required to make any serious pushes, you are just second line backup tank. In case if you are a scout, your role is simple. Stay passive as long as you can if you're bottom tier. Provide spotting, stay alive, which is most important for the scouts. And earn credits and experience by doing that. Only going into the engagement after you see the enemy heavy tanks provide you with their weak spots or their rear armor and similar stuff. This time we're gonna play with a heavy tank, VK tier 5. Heavy, let's say it's heavy, but it's a paper heavy tank because it doesn't have any armor at all, but you have the gun on it. I'm using the Konig gun. The Konig gun has phenomenal penetration for its tier, though the gun handling is a bit worse than on a tier 6 heavy tank on the German line. As you know, this tank was, if some of you know, I think some of you know that this tank before is was a tier 6 medium tank, which was converted into tier 5 heavy tank for the Germans, so the wargaming can put up a new line, or basically redefine the whole line. Now I'm trying to use my binos to basically spot the enemy before they spot me, do one shot and pull back, but the enemy is not showing at the corner. It would be very stupid for me to stay here if I see that I don't have any enemies coming. Basically I'll be useless, and that's very bad if you are playing raw tanks. So what I'm gonna do is try to get some spots on the enemy that are crossing on the middle ridge. Hopefully I won't get any shots returned, hopefully I'll do some damage. That's the idea. And I see one enemy KV-1 dropped out from the view, but there he is. I think he's gonna go out providing me with the side shots of his armor, which is always a welcome sight to see. He stops, puts one into me. As I said, you don't have any armor, even side scraping on this thing is not gonna help you. But I managed to track the guy, and obviously he's not gonna use his repair kit to get out of trouble. So I think that's a free kill for my VK. Not a bad start. If you are bottom tier, as I said, you are bottom line, you are supporting the heavier tanks, the bigger tiers. But always focus to take out tier that's equal to you. If you do that, you have at least some damage done. Even if you win or lose, you're gonna make some money out of tier 5 games. On regular account, as you know, tier 6 can get you into the minus. So if you use a premium tank, if you have one, or if you are really like me and don't have any money at all, just use tier 5 tanks and try to minimize the usage of premium ammo. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay, now I'm trying to flank over here while our guys are pushing on the enemies down. I'm trying to preserve my HP, which I'm gonna need during the battle, because basically this tank is 2 shots for the enemy heavy tanks, and that's one guy down who didn't preserve his HP adequately. Now I'm trying to avoid the enemy heavy tanks as long as I can, because I need to get behind them, and even the Konig gun has some problems with penetrating tier 7 tanks and above if you are playing a tier 6 VK. Okay, now the Konig gun doesn't have much damage in its gun, but rate of fire is decent, so we need to keep it on target and keep the gun pointing at the right direction. At the moment the scores are fairly even. Okay, there's one enemy, and if someone spots for you, it will be rude not to use the chance to get some damage in. That's one shot for me. Okay, get him. That's another guy. That's I think my 3rd kill for the game. Now as you see, I had a problem. One of the guys got taken out, he was cornered, and as bottom tier you can't do much. As I said before, if you get cornered you're gonna die pretty fast. And sometimes that's just inevitable with bottom tier tanks. But if you get your surprise shots like that, that's my 4th kill of the game. Okay, there are some guys that you can't penetrate even on equal tiers, so you have to be very careful. At the moment, I'm hoping that my team can please defend the base, because this is a heavy tank, it's very slow to turn back, and that's the enemy RT trying to get us. By the way, this tank doesn't have any ammo. RT will devastate, so be aware of it. That's why I'm charging the KV-1. It doesn't matter if he's not turned to me, I don't want to get into one place and be the stationary target for the enemy RT. That's my 5th kill of the game. Not bad. Now we are down to 3 enemies. Our guys managed to successfully defend the cap point, and I'm trying to get surprise shots on that 150. He's turned to the other way, which is good for us. He's now tracked, 1-shot kill. Good. Wow, that's my 6th kill of the game, and as I said before, the arch is devastating. I was lucky to be alive after that shot. Basically, he didn't do the full damage on me because his shell definitely fell short, and that's a lucky save for me. Okay, that enemy is in a big trouble. He's cornered, he's got in the open. As I said, if you are tier 5, you're not gonna last long with tier 7 game or 6 game. Can do some damage, but that's my 7th kill. Can I get the Rati Volta 700? And I scurry here, there. Someone was smacked by the enemy RT. That means I have around 30 seconds to get close in and get him. Now getting close is a bit of a bummer because this tank is a heavy tank, it's not very fast and it doesn't have much armor. So you're basically a sniper with this tank. Even RT can take his time to get you. Okay, that's why I'm keeping over here. The enemy RT has been spotted. I'm gonna try to get him. I don't mind even if I go into the cap circle. I'm trying to get the best shot on it so I can finish him off. The enemy RT shotguns. He's providing his last stand. Like the other artists who go and suicide themselves, this RT is giving a hell of a fight, which is very good for the enemy player and the ally player if you have a guy like that in your team, even if you're losing. Now I'm missing the enemy RT, and the enemy RT gets taken out by the enemy, our own RT, and I just can't get that traveling water supply as you see in the results. I had a mastery badge, 5 for effects, top gun, and a bruiser, which is always a good sight to see. Decent amount of credits earned, only ×3. We'll see later how much damage I've done. I think I will stop on the experience, but yes, I will stop on experience, but not top on damage. The OI gets credits for damage done. Well, you can sometimes carry the bottom tier as a bottom tier tank, but you need a lot of stuff to happen your way. As you can see, decent amount of experience earned, decent amount of damage done, 7 kills, not a bad game. Hope that you like this, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you all next time. See ya!